Good morning. Let's take a check of how the equity markets are faring this Wednesday morning. It seems like the consolidation that we've seen over the past couple of sessions is continuing today. In the first hour of trade or so, you have the Nifty 50 that's trading with cuts of about 0.2% at 17,960, and indeed over the past few sessions now you've had the Nifty 50 trade in a very narrow band around that 18,000 mark. It hasn't been able to make a very decisive move on the upside or in fact on the downside. The broader markets are more or less where they started yesterday. You have the mid-cap index that's trading with cuts of about 0.2%, and you have the small cap index that's gaining about 0.33% at this juncture. But take a closer look at what's happening on the Nifty 50. While overall the market breadth continues to remain in favor of the advances, on the Nifty 50 you have about half or little more than half of the constituents that are trading in the red, and quite a few benchmark heavyweights are dragging the Nifty 50 lower. You have the likes of Reliance Industries that's losing another 1.3% today. You have HDFC that's losing around 1%. You have also HDFC Bank that's losing about 0.8%, and then you have TCS that's down about 0.9%. Quite a large chunk of the weight of the Nifty 50 actually underperforming today. Among the gainers, you have auto that once again is enjoying the limelight. Tata Motors, the top gainer, gaining about 3% or so. Maruti Suzuki, another 1% or so, gaining in trade today. And then you have the PSU banking pack that's standing out as an outperformer today. State Bank of India on the Nifty 50 gaining about 1.4% as well. And then you have, I'm reading down the list, you have the likes of NTPC, SBI Life, Asian Paints that are the gainers. Among the losers, I've mentioned quite a few already, but UPL is continuing to lose ground, down about 1.5%. Cipla, Adani Ports, Axis Bank, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories are the counters that are not doing too well. In terms of the sectors that you have to bear in mind today, I spoke about auto, and really it revolves around the expectation that the semiconductor crisis that has plagued this sector more than any other sector might be easing. It's perhaps too early to make a call that is as decisive as that it's getting over, but perhaps we are done with the worst and things are likely to improve. Remember, in the auto sector, it hasn't been an issue about demand, it has been an issue about matching that demand with supply, and that's been something that a lot of these auto companies have been struggling with. A few of the other sectors that are doing not too well today, you have pharma, IT, and even metal that is underperforming. So broad-based weakness across the sectors today. We'll have to see what the range is. Just a small point before I end on the flows, and that is that in yesterday's session, once again you had foreign institutional investors that sold to the extent of just over 500 crore rupees of equity on a net basis. Of course, that was matched by buying on the DII side, but really FIs have gone back to selling ways, and we'll have to see if that remains the trend or if in fact there is a reversal.